adults be allowed to bring kids to R-rated movies where we masturbate? The Onion News.
A recent survey by the NCAA found that 56% of parents have taken their young children to at least one R-rated movie during the past year. But aren't 4- and 5-year-olds too young to watch me masturbating in the movie theater?
Oh, it's awful. Every time I'm in the back room, R-rated movie, masturbating with a jacket over my lap, I look over and somebody's brought their kid. It's like, what are they staring at? They know I'm going to be masturbating. I mean, people at home, I shouldn't have to offer me lock eyes with somebody's kids while I'm cleaning myself up in bathroom.
I don't see the problem is they're 3 or 4 years old. They don't understand what they're seeing. They stop off.
I think they do agree. I think gently massaging the severe penis during an R-rated film is a natural part of life. When you see how I feel like reaching over and covering their eyes, the hand I'm not using to make myself dumb.
Congress is considering passing a law that will force the NCAA to prohibit minors from seeing R-rated movies even with parental supervision.
That's right.
Is that going to help limit their exposure to our genitals?
There's all types of limitations, so you can figure your day without fear being watched by some father.
I don't need time to live NCAA parenting my children. I'm a responsible mother. If my children go to R-rated movies, they know to sit in the front row and not turn around, even if it sounds like I'm
Movies are getting so much more explicit, Paula. In the past, you maybe see an over-the-pants kid rope to Grace Kelly and Rhea Ripley. But now, you go to Francis McDormand, you're almost guaranteed to see ejaculating all over the earth.
should the NCAA be cracking down more than just R-rated movies? Aren't G and PG movies also becoming illegal?
I saw that in Kung Fu Panda movie last week. Not 20 minutes in, I had my shirt and bra off. I was playing with them.
PG Catholics and PG movies?
Yes, I was playing with my bare nipples. Kids everywhere.
That's the part of the world that we live in. I was watching Nickelodeon with my son on Saturday morning, and a commercial came on. The guy in a t-shirt. Sure enough, I sit right down on the big black building. Oh, you're telling me you can't watch commercials?
Yeah, right.
This is a problem we're seeing with TV shows as well. Now take a look at this clip. This is from a show that airs at 8 p.m. when a lot of kids are watching TV. Darling, what are you doing?
Oh, it's been open.
You know, these days everybody's horrified all the time.
They are. Tomorrow morning on Today Now, we're going to find out exactly why that is.
It is.
Starfleet Commander, the USS Channel 19 producing the old man and white.
Airport 54 downtown, Lake, and definitely some chance of snow in the dozens. Coming up next, Brian and Fred Shuffle. Here on Federation 98.8, Bland and White. Up next, Randy.
Yeah, hadn't they been out there for a couple days?
Yeah, well, I started to take them off the line, but,
I'm still listening, I'm just opening the screen.
I thought they got all misty.
Oh, well, they felt cold. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between cold clothes and wet clothes, but I think they were dry. The last thing that I took an order that it came from Hong Kong, so it took about 2 weeks instead of...
See my new thrift shop table?
Hmm?
Just a little... Actually, it's a garage sale table.
That's good.
You got your stool back.
What?
You got your stool back.
What about it? Oh, instead of the plant. It's more standing your stool. When I got home last night, he was standing in the kitchen on the stool.
He was?
He loves that stool.
But it's right here, I went into it.
Oh. Well, it doesn't need to be right there.
That's the chick who stands in front of lawns and begs, homeless, with babies. She gets about $600 a day. The police have been coming because she's not allowed to take her baby with her when she's sick. And all she sees in my car. I see her every day because she knows that I drive.
The good thing is she's so flat out right now, she probably ain't got a clue where she is.
So we were leaving Vaughn the other day. Jamie and I walked out together, and she ran up to us, like talking a different language. And I could tell she was all wound up, but I couldn't tell what she was talking about. And then she ran right past us. And there was a policeman in the store, because they had caught some shoplifters. And she went to him. So Jamie, shit, we don't care. We just went on out.
As long as it ain't us.
The policeman, I'm looking for someone to give them money to so I can go home. It's been so long I'm standing up there that Jamie is already clocked out. And I said, Jamie, there's people everywhere. I'm safe. You go ahead and go. Because the other employees are watching. So you go ahead and go. And as soon as somebody comes up here to take the money, I'll give it to them. And she leaves. She goes shopping. And a policeman comes up. And I said, well, I've been standing here waiting for someone to help me for a while. He staged her several times. I don't know where the manager is. So he stands there with me, and he doesn't tell me, of course, if I don't ask his business. And she finally, I figured that's where you work. She comes up, and the policeman says to her, we need to look at your cameras. Oh, I don't have the responsibility to let you see the cameras. Well, then you need to get somebody here with the responsibility to let us see the cameras.
Or else don't call the police.
Yeah. Well, loss prevention's there.
Then loss prevention doesn't have the privilege to see the cameras?
Jewel's office is locked. She has a key to it, but loss prevention doesn't. And that's where the monitor goes.
What an ass-backwards system.
Well, Denise is pretty ass-backwards.
Well, Jules has probably made it very clear to her what she's allowed to do and isn't allowed to do.
She doesn't do anything. There's no initiative. Because if you show any kind of
initiative out of America.
Yeah, you will be beaten back down.
Yeah, that's how Walmart was too.
Everybody does. They want you to think you got it, but don't do it.
Yeah.
They tell you to do it, but then when you do it, ooh.
Better not to do that.
Yeah.
The first week I was at Walmart, one of the assistant managers, he words it so clever because he knows the system, but it's my first week there and I don't. And he says, hey Isaac, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I got 10 minutes left to go and I'm going to clock out. He's like, oh, I was just really hoping you could go restock the toilet paper and paper towel aisle for me real quick. I'm like, oh yeah, that's no problem, I could do that. And he knows it takes 20 minutes, a half hour to do that. I know it takes 20 minutes. Everyone knows it takes 20 minutes, a half hour to do that. But he doesn't tell me to get overtime. He just asks me to do it. So I have 20 minutes of overtime. And the next day, the store manager calls me in and rips me a new one for getting overtime, even though he had asked me to do it. Because I was supposed to tell him, no, I'm not allowed to work overtime. Even though he knew that, but I didn't.
Well, dinner's ready to go on the table. I just need to...
People been ignoring you.
Yeah, well, no, he's someplace else.
I've been solving mysteries with the gang.
Do you remember us ever coming? 6 movies, 6 10 bottles? I can't find it. I just burned me in.
We did have it.
That's the question. It turns out that's the only movie I ever wanted to see her to see. So I might not have bought it.
That was the movie before the movie.
Yeah.
The newest one was 2 parts. That was the most recent one, other than the last 2 parts that are just the last book.